Hello, everyone. Just wanted to let you know that we have a special guest on today's episode. I had so much fun recording with Trina, also known as @TWaters on Instagram and Threads. You might follow her already, and I wouldn't blame you because she's super fun. And she posts always funny things. She watches all the Bravo shows, and she is often in my Twitter and Threads roundups. So today she joined me for this episode to comment on some of the news from In the City, Summer House, Real Housewives of New Jersey, Southern Hospitality, Real Housewives of Orange County in Atlanta. What else? Oh, the Valley too. And we had a great time. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Welcome to the Bravo Papers, a safe space for all us Bravo fans who love to analyze, deconstruct, and talk about our favorite Bravo shows ad nauseum. So join me, Bravo and Botox, and we'll catch up on all the Bravo news and read way too much into our favorite shows and Bravo celebrities. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Bravo Papers, Bravo Weekly News, here with your host, Emily. And we also have a fantastic guest who's with us today, and that is Trina, but you might know her as @TWaters on Instagram and Threads and other places. Are you on any other platforms?
That's about it. I've given up my others.
No, that's fair. I think a lot of people have done that lately. It's just too much. She is a very funny threader. Back in the day, she was a very funny tweeter. She abandoned Twitter, which I do not blame her. If I didn't have my Bravo and Botox account, I also would have abandoned it. But mostly I'm on Threads now too. But she's one of my favorite people to include in the roundups on my account. Love when she's in there because she's super funny. So I really wanted to get some of her Bravo takes. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm so glad I'm back in your roundups, to be honest. There was a time there when I went, I give up Twitter, I give up my tags in these posts, but I'm glad you're on Threads too. Feels good.
Yeah, I feel like Summer House kind of like brought Threads to like the forefront because when it first started, I was all about it. Like I went on and stuff and I was like posting and everything, but then it felt like it kind of like died out or slowed down. But then it just made this amazing comeback. And I have to be honest, I like it better than Twitter now.
I agree. It feels very much more interactive, not only like with other Bravo accounts, but like you said, even the people on Summer House are getting activated on Threads, and it's actually making the cut. Like you actually get a Sierra Threads drop in the episode. So it's definitely picked up these past year or so.
Yeah, although I still can't see Sierra's Threads because she blocked me. So years ago, like in the Paige, Amanda, Sierra versus Lindsay days, I always took Lindsay's side. And I came for those three pretty hard on the Twitter roundups. And I think all of them blocked me. And then Amanda unblocked me at the start of last season before the West stuff came out. I don't know if she was just trying to I don't know, open up, have more followers. I don't know what she was doing, and then now I think I just unfollowed her, but because I was just okay, I'm over it. But yeah, well, maybe that's a good segue. But first, before we start talking about Summer House, tell me what your favorite show is right now on Bravo and why it's your favorite and why you enjoy posting on Threads and doing stuff like that.
Favorite. Crush off Summer House. It's hard. That was such a low and a high.
Yeah.
Combined. I quite enjoyed In the City quite a bit.
Me too.
For some reason it had mixed reviews. I don't know. I do quite enjoy it. That's probably my favorite, to be honest, on the collection now. And a Below Deck. I really like the Below Deck med season that's just started.
You know what? I actually like it too. And I don't usually watch Below Deck, but I'm watching it and it's actually been a really good season.
Yeah, it's a good mix and a good number of people on it, I find, to be able to get the mix.
Yep.
of storylines. But yeah, I'd say probably in the city gets my top.
Okay, I'd love to hear you say that because I feel like I agree with you. It's getting mixed reviews. I feel like people are being really highly critical of it. Now, I have a theory. I think it's because Summer House had such a high and brought in all these kind of newer fans and like new people. And I feel like a lot of them have like a certain expectation of what a Bravo show is, or maybe they expected it to be like Summer House and they're kind of let down. But I think, like OG people like ourselves are probably more entertained by it.
I think I was very starved for a show set in New York
Mm,
and people in their 30s. I'm being very, selfish.
no, that's fair.
That's what I want to see. And it felt like it was such a missing piece of
Yeah.
I mean, New York went on a little, it's coming back now, the trailer out this week, but it went on a bit of a high, it took a little bit to come back.
Yeah, it's been
And
a
I just
bit.
felt like there wasn't something in the city. Like I want to follow people who live in New York. I want to live through you, especially with a group of people in their 30s as well. Like you get the young, of course, next gen, and you get the little bit older of the housewives, but there's like this chunk of time that I felt was like untouched, and I'm happy we're getting it.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think like I'm in my 40s, but I think that like I do get kind of what I need from the housewives shows, especially like now there's more, this makes me feel really old, but now like there's housewives that are younger than me, which is
Yes.
like, but there are, but like I also like because the 30s is such a big transition decade for a lot of people, especially because like nowadays people are getting married later, so they get more, there's more like marriages and babies, and even if they're not having babies, it's just a different life than like the partying in their 20s. And honestly, I don't know if like I watch like Love Island and stuff like that, and I feel like everyone is like 5 years old. I feel like I'm watching
Yes.
children. Like, so I feel the same
I
way as you.
I if especially being in that transition year, I don't know who I relate to sometimes of am I peaking older and the housewives are younger and to the Love Island, and then you get a season where I go, oh no no no,
Oh no, no,
okay,
no.
I'm I'm removed a little bit from this. Yes, I'm not in my 20s. I get that a lot with Next Gen. I
Yeah.
never has a show made me feel older than it.
Oh,
That
I
one
totally agree.
very much does makes me feel like, oh no, I'm not Gen Z. Yeah,
Everyone speaks so monotone. They're like,
yes.
oh my God, that's
Just the
so
editing.
good. The editing's crazy.
The editing is very overstimulating for me. I'm like, it feels like a TikTok. Like and it's on purpose. Obviously, it's
Right.
very, very different editing than the other shows.
Yeah, for
But yeah,
sure. But I really enjoyed like the last thing I'll say about In the City is like I really like how it's like a fall kind of
yes,
like
the
I love even
city.
the color tones of it, and like
Yes, the
I'm not
trip
even like
they
a
took.
city, yeah, like I'm not even a city person. Like I've never like
Yeah,
cared to like live in a big city or anything, but it like that's the one time of year where I would just love to visit a city like New York City or just something like that because I feel like it's so beautiful and it's just got those vibes. Like the vibes are perfect.
it really was. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I enjoyed also like you said, kind of the transition time. I mean, obviously, there's three of them that are pregnant now, so
Yeah.
they all kind of went up at the same time. But of even like watching a divorce on television with
Mhm.
the Wests of it all removed, watching that happens to so many people,
Yep.
and you're getting that on the Valley as well, like of navigating a divorce and then layered on top of it of working with them and having to see them on television with you on the show. But it's just this transition time of people like dating again after that,
Yep.
or dating again like of a Lala after like you're a mom, and so like Georgina too. It's just like this transition time of in between like the chunk of time in your 20s and then some people almost starting this as new life that you're seeing in your 30s. And I quite enjoyed watching that on television.
I'm with you. I loved it. And you know what? Let's actually do In the City news because I have a story that I just saw today. So I'm gonna tell you what it is, and then you got to tell us your thoughts. Okay. So I did not send Trina anything ahead of time, listeners. So she is being put on the spot, but I'm sure that it won't be hard because it's just like fun Bravo opinions. So basically, is it Kenny? Yeah, Kenny made a comment under a post on Queens of Bravo. So this is what they posted. They posted a picture of Gavin and they said, I truly don't understand how Gavin, who has been Kenny's bestie since college, is at times leading the charge to question Kenny and Whitney's relationship. I understand keeping your friends accountable, but it feels like he's pulling at a thread that isn't actually there. And then Kenny replied to this and wrote, I'm surprised the seating chart didn't have Gavin directly on Lindsay's lap. And then Lindsay and Gavin replied by posting a picture with Lindsay on Gavin's lap. Okay, so tell me your thoughts on that whole dynamic, like Gavin and Kenny, and even how much Gavin took Lindsay's side. What do you think about that after, that post, first part of the reunion?
Yes, that's like an example of such a highly active cast on the internet, which I love so much.
Same.
So they had to pull that photo together real quick. But was an interesting dynamic to watch. It's also interesting to know that they've known each other for so long. Maybe that is why it is so hot and cold between them, because they have so much history. But I've never seen someone like Gavin on television who stirs. Like, is this a producer plant? Is he an EP on the credits? Because he is on the questions immediately at every single gathering. So much so I was shocked at how many questions he had, just one after the other. But I love that on reality television. I welcome it. I love a story pusher.
Me too. I love Gavin. He's like my new favorite housewife. Like, I love him.
Yes.
He's so
messy
funny.
and messy. Like, I think he starts a sentence not knowing how it's going to end sometimes and just asks the question, like, not even a thought. Just a question.
Yeah. I mean,
which again, you need on TV.
When he told them they were boring, I was like, it takes a lot for me to be speechless for a moment, like when in my head, when I watch these shows, and I actually was like, oh, like he actually said that.
Yeah. Or the wedding dinner. I'm like, oh, he's like foot on the gas, did not let up for that entire dinner of asking questions. Or the golf, I think, was the outing.
Yeah.
Too.
So
yeah,
then
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that. Like, I think it's a good cast of like people just like active on social media and just add each other on and off camera. I think that creates like a natural transition back to camera as well. Like you don't have a people that's kind of like, oh, they don't speak outside of A to B casting, or filming, sorry. People who are interacting off season, which I love.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think of it like that because there are some casts where you have like some cast members are active and then some aren't. They really all are. Like, as we see, like Kenny's commenting, Gavin's posting things. Lindsay posted like a 5-page essay. I don't know if you saw that on Threads. I mean, as the listeners here know, I'm a Lindsay stan because she's so ridiculous. She was so ridiculous at the reunion. Like, I cried for 6 months. Like, no, you didn't. But I don't care because she just makes me laugh because she's so over the top. But she did kind of give us a little intel on social media besides her 5-page essay about why she cried, whatever. She also said that she gave some intel about Amanda's friend who was supposed to be on the show and apparently got cut because everybody's been like, what happened to Katie? So Lindsay says that she was supposed to be a friend of, but I guess that it just, they had such a big cast already. Basically, there wasn't room for her. What do you think of either of those things, the essay or the Katie of it all?
Again, I welcome it. I think Lindsay's made reality television. That is her calling in life, and I'm so glad that we get to watch it for so many years. And I was actually surprised at how little Katie was in it. I think it's like a token to the editors. Like,
yeah,
I wonder what events she was at that we just have no clue of where she dropped off, which I find very interesting.
Yeah,
I mean, we've seen it in Summer House too. It's not new, I guess, of people disappearing halfway through or one episode in.
Yeah, my wonder was, I know they're saying this, but my question was, did it have anything to do with the Amanda and West of it all? Like, did they want to center Amanda less in case they want to push her out as a possibility? And then Kenny was asked in an interview I saw today about, would West be joining in the city? And he said, the answer is not immediately no, as many people would want. He was like, oh, yeah, I could see it. Like their relationship, it's coming. And then I think Georgina maybe said, like, well, that relationship's not going to last or something like that, which I mean, she's correct. But what would you think if they did decide to add West to the show?
I think it'd be a lot. Again, I like the drama. I never say no to not.
I know that's my problem. That's
yeah,
like the toxic trait
I'm a
that
little
we
toxic.
Yeah.
I like a villain, sorry. But I think it would be interesting to see even the Kyle and Amanda of it all. I mean, you're seeing a little bit of it at the reunion this week of what their dynamic is after all of this. Obviously they have to be in each other's lives. So of what you'd bring in Wes, but then like, would you bring in someone who is going to pop up on the Kyle side?
Sally.
Sally, yeah, exactly. Or the next gen Ava, no.
Oh yeah, Ava, yeah. She's been seen with him. I don't think as much as Sally has, but she has been seen for sure. So my daughter is the pickiest eater. Oh my God. I have tried every multivitamin I could find at the drugstore, and honestly, she rejects all of them. I've had no luck, and I also hate them because most of them are packed full of sugar. So that's why I am so happy I found Haya. Working alongside pediatricians and nutrition scientists, Haya created a powerful chewable multivitamin that packs a blend of 12 organic fruits and vegetables plus 15 essential vitamins and minerals into every chewable. We're talking vitamin D, B12, C, zinc, folate, all the foundational nutrients that support immune health, brain function, mood regulation, concentration, and the development of strong teeth and bones. And the craziest part, picky kids like my daughter actually love them. Also, Haya just launched something brand new. If your kids are active and growing, adding in a clean protein powder with added minerals designed just for kids might be exactly what they need. Haya's new Kids Daily Growth Plus Protein is a total game changer. It's more than a protein shake. It's a Purity Awarded clean protein powder with added minerals and healthy fats that mixes right into water, smoothies, and more to support muscle development and cognition to fuel everything they've got going on. We've worked out a special deal with Haya. Receive 50% off your first order on any of their products. To claim this deal, you must go to hayahealth.com/Bravo Papers. This deal is not available on their regular website. Go to hayahealth.com/BRAVOPAPERS and get your kids the full body support they deserve. The best summer pieces are the ones you end up wearing on repeat. Comfortable, versatile, and somehow right for almost every occasion. That's why I love Quince. They make elevated essentials using premium materials like European linen, organic cotton, and washable silk without the traditional retail markup. What I love about Quince is you can get elevated basics that are work appropriate. One of my biggest issues is finding work clothes that look professional and are also comfortable and that I can sit and move in. I got their cotton cashmere rib tank and it looks expensive, professional, and it keeps me cool and comfy at work all day. I get so many compliments on it. Make your summer wardrobe feel easier. Go to quince.com/Bravo Papers for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/Bravo Papers for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Bravo Papers. I think that I don't need West on the show. I don't really need Amanda on the show. I think the show will still be good because I think Kenny is playing a good villain, sorry. And him and Lindsay are both such alphas. I think it's hilarious to watch them duke it out for who's going to be the biggest alpha. But that being said, if they came on the show, I'm not going to say I wouldn't watch their relationship deteriorate because it would, like, I do like the mess a little bit. There is that part of me. So I'm with you on that, even though they're not really my favorite villains, but I would still watch the relationship crash and burn.
Yeah. I think you're going to get a lot of like the new mom shift. I think that's going to naturally 3 storylines
yeah, that's true.
happening next season.
Which a part of me is like, after watching Kristen on the Valley,
yeah,
a part of me is like, maybe we should just give them a break.
Yes,
like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know. It just seems maybe kind of just, I don't know, cruel maybe to do this, but I don't think they will.
No, yeah.
All right. All right. Are we ready to talk about Salt Lake City?
Yes.
Okay, because Salt Lake City has some big news. Usually what I do on this podcast is I'll do like all the summer house stories, all the, I'll do everything in order. But since I have a guest, I kind of want to like give you and me a chance to discuss like all the different shows. So I'm going to be a little more all over the place, audience. Okay, so Angie K and her husband are getting a divorce, separating. So that was announced, and that was like shocking, but not shocking. But then a couple days later, Whitney Rose is all of a sudden, there's a story in Page 6 that Whitney and Justin are living separately. And then Meredith is making these posts about it. And so is Lisa Barlow. So here's what Meredith, and just like you were saying about Threads, here's what Meredith had to say on Threads. So she said, "It's ironic when you see everything that has been said about you manifest in the people who said it. Much more to come on this subject, but people who spread negativity about an aspect of someone else's life usually are insecure about that in their own life. 2026 has been a year of karma in so many different ways." And then another thread, "Let me be clear for those of you who are trying to read too deeply into my comment. I do not wish ill upon anyone or celebrate anyone's demise, but I do note the irony in karma when someone has continually lied about me to hide their own truths. As I said, you don't even know about many of the issues I'm referring to here, but I do believe in karma, and I do hope all the people in my life find their own happiness, whatever that means for them." All right, thoughts, Trina?
A lot. What a week.
I know, right?
The one news was enough. I find it absolutely hilarious that the Whitney one came like, 50 hours later.
Isn't that so Whitney?
It's
so Whitney to do that.
Like, me too. Let me come too. Let me do everything you do in steps so we can do it together. And then I saw the Lisa post and I thought, oh, that can't be real. Or like, that can't be right now.
Oh yeah, I didn't even mention that. Yeah, it's like a photo shoot. No, it's fine. I'm glad you brought it up. It's like a photo shoot of her and John, and she's like better than ever or something like that. I was like, seriously?
But I have said it once, and I'll say it every single time anything happens. Nobody is doing it like them. I think the way that this group interacts, and then like the worst that you could ever possibly think, they take a break and then the next day they're back fine. They bounce back after things. Like one dinner can have like 5 different layers to it.
Yep.
They're dynamic. I've not seen it on TV, I feel like, before. And it's so interesting to watch, and you're literally watching it. Everything on the internet this week, I could even picture it happening at a dinner.
You're right. Yeah.
Of these people.
These are like what they would say.
Fine the next day.
Yep.
Yes. No one is doing it like
I really believe that this cast hates each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Willing to work together.
Yeah. Yeah. They love the fame and the show so much. Like, I feel like they put the show ahead of their own feelings most of the time, not all the time. Like, I do think like Lisa and Meredith like each other. I don't know if anyone really likes Heather. It's more like the teams of it all, but I know Angie has come after Meredith quite a bit about her marriage. So like, it's so Meredith to be like basking in this, and she can't even help herself.
The husbands. I hope we get another drop of that line. I feel like we will, or she'll make some.
Yeah, I would love
talk
that.
about the husbands.
And I just love like Whitney. I feel like at every reunion, every time someone has a trauma, Whitney's like, me too. And then she starts crying and like has to run off stage. It's not even about her. And I was thinking about it. Bronwyn also had a divorce earlier. So it's like dominoes.
Yeah. I was even just excited for the Bronwyn of it all to see how that it plays out this season. I don't know if they're still filming.
Do you like Bronwyn?
They must be. I do a lot. I think I was I am very excited to see the post Todd era of a Bronwyn.
Yeah.
I think she has, I mean, I personally love her look and her style so much. I am like a bird. I'm attracted to bright colors. Like I would kill to walk in her closet. And I just think that has like a quickness, like a wit to her that I really like to see on TV. I think she's good in the confessionals. She's quick, even when I've seen her on interviews. Like I would think it was a football related thing. I think I saw her on when they did something at the NFL. I can't remember, but she was very quick and it like comebacks are fast, which I quite enjoy.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I could see that. I agree with you. I think she's very witty. I think she's very quick. I enjoy her fashion and stuff as well. I like how she has that. I am skeptical of her though. I get like scammy vibes. Something is off to me. My antennas just go up with her. There's certain housewives I get that with, and she's just one of them. So I keep her, like I agree with her sometimes in the arguments and stuff like that, but I just feel like she's a little too put on for the cameras. Like she knows the right thing to say. She knows the right thing to post on social media. She does a lot of like the word salad, talking in a circle stuff. And I do think she lies. I think she, but that being said, a lot of Bravo celebrities lie. So it's not, but I don't know. There's something else. I think time will tell, but I just think there's more to her. But that's why I want her on the show. Cause I think she's got a lot like to give to the show as time goes on. And I'm also really curious to see what she's going to be like without Todd. I don't know. I was really entertained by Todd though. He was such a
goddamn cherry.
He was such a grumpy old man.
I am excited to see how all of those divorces play out. I think, especially been together for so long, it feels like that happens a few times in different franchises in the past where they kind of domino effect get the divorce. I mean, you saw it on, I guess, Beverly Hills even just recently.
Oh, yeah. Beverly Hills is like, famous for that. Now, do you?
Excited. I think.
Oh, sorry.
This season.
Do you think it should be a good season? Sorry, everyone. Sometimes there's a delay between because we're like Zooming. So I hope everyone doesn't think I'm interrupting you constantly. Do you believe in the Whitney and Justin though? Or do you think this is just like Whitney wanted to be like her big sisters? So she just put out like a thing, because like I feel like she leaked this to Page Six. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, and the wording was just different. Like Angie K's wording felt very, we're doing it, it's over kind of feeling. But then Whitney's is more like just we're feeling it out almost wording of like, oh, we're living separate. Like it was very like a soft kind of launch of we're thinking about separating. So maybe not. I don't know. Like maybe it's not as like definitive.
Okay, yeah, I see what
I just Mama Cole that it just happened so quick. Could have waited until Friday or something. Like it was,
I know.
I think the next day.
But I think like Whitney's not I'm trying to say this in the nicest way possible, the brightest of the Salt Lake City housewives. So I could see her just not thinking about that aspect of it. I could just really see that. And she just gets like, she's a bit impulsive, maybe like, let me just throw this out there like quickly. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Now we did hear there is this Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip coming up. Are you going to be watching it?
I think so. I enjoy the like grouped like randomness dynamic of some of them. I mean, some were better than others. I think you're more natural feeling than others in the girls trip little franchise, but I am excited. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And it's like filler, like a nice like nostalgic sort of feeling of seeing all these people together.
Yeah, true. And we kind of need stuff to fill up the summer because there's not
Yes.
there's not as much content now that especially with Love Island is over. But I saw in an interview, and this relates to Salt Lake City, so that's why I'm going here. The women sat down, like Portia, Kyle, Vicky, all of them, and they were saying that the biggest drama of the whole trip was Salt Lake City because they got there, and I guess it was kind of like soon after they had filmed the reunion. And apparently Heather started like bringing stuff up, and Portia and all of them, because it was mostly Portia talking in the interview, were like stepping in and defending Lisa. And they were basically like, we don't care what she did to you because she's our friend now. I'm really excited to see it. What did you think about that clip?
I'm excited too. I like when they have so many years history of like crossing somewhat. I like quite a bit. I think I liked the first one. Uh, who was on that?
Oh, when they had like Teresa, Melissa, Kyle, Kenya.
It's like a veterans. You feel that they've been doing this for so long.
Yep. And do you think, like, what do you think about Heather, like approaching Lisa, even though this was like an ultimate girls trip thing and it was more supposed to be about like the nostalgia? Like, what do you think about that?
Well, yeah, that's probably why I also didn't enjoy Thailand, like where they were on it together. I think I can't remember. Yeah, I like it when it's. I could probably understand while the others are like, we're on a different show. We're not on your show. We're not friends of Salt Lake City right now. We're on a girls trip.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know what? I'm glad you said that about Thailand because I forgot about that. Because when they were in Thailand, Whitney and Heather really did make it like this is us talking about our Salt Lake City problems. Like the two of them, they were like crying and yelling at it. And the other girls were like, what is wrong with these two? Like the other girls were just like kind of there for fun. So you're right. Like now that you mention that, I'm like, oh yeah, they did try to like usurp that whole trip.
Yeah. Which like you kind of left out of the side, but I could see that.
I could also see Heather being really mad that Lisa Barlow was chosen as the representative of Salt Lake City for the Ultimate Girls Trip. I think Heather would be absolutely fuming over that. And I could see her picking that fight for camera time.
Yeah, I agree.
And I mean, like, she just doesn't have the natural kind of like housewife thing that I think like Meredith and Lisa have. She just doesn't have it. I hate to say it, but it's true.
I tend to agree.
Yeah. I grew up in an era where you had to buy furniture in store. So when shopping for a sectional recently, that was kind of my first instinct. But in all other aspects of my life, I shop online. So I decided to give Wayfair a try for this huge purchase, even though I was nervous. And let me tell you, zero regrets. If you're nervous about buying a big ticket item online, don't be, because with Wayfair, you've got thousands of options, incredible deals, free shipping, and easy returns even on big furniture items. I am loving my new sectional. It's got space for up to 6 people. Everyone can stretch out. It's so beautiful. It's got vegan suede and camel, and it's the most comfortable couch I've ever owned. It's completely transformed my family room. We actually spend more time together now that we can all sit comfortably. Ready to upgrade your home for way less? Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home and get your space ready for less. That's WAYFAIR.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Something about summer days makes me want to be out and doing things way more often. I mean, of course, I'm still going to be watching all the Bravo and Housewives, but in between that, going on walks, going outside to drink my tea on the porch, weekend trips, beach days. And every year when summer hits, I realize that I need clothes that can actually keep up with what I'm doing during the summer, but I'm not going to be buying a whole new wardrobe every year. And that's honestly why I started looking for a better option and ended up joining Fabletics as a VIP, which completely changed how I shop for summer. New VIPs unlock major savings on their first purchase, so stocking up on cute, comfortable pieces doesn't feel like such a splurge. I've actually started doing daily power walks this summer, and finding a legging that doesn't roll down and keeps me cool and comfortable was not easy. So I'm so glad I found Fabletics Heather Flex legging. They're so soft and comfortable, and they actually stay in place and keep me from overheating. Shop now at fabletics.com/Bravo Papers to get 70 to 80% off everything when you sign up as a new VIP. Take a quick style quiz and be sure to select Bravo Papers when prompted to unlock this offer. This is a limited time offer, so don't wait. Again, that's fabletics.com/Bravo Papers for 70 to 80% off everything as a new VIP. All right, let's talk about The Valley. Are you watching The Valley?
Yes.
Reluctantly, yes.
Yeah. That was one I felt, and maybe because of how I watched it, I fell a little bit behind on The Valley in the past few months, and then I got caught up real quick. So maybe it was just, maybe I just watched it too much too fast, or I didn't get my week break in between. But it's very heavy. I think this season I wasn't expecting it to be this heavy. It's like a cautionary tale at some times.
Oh, it totally is.
Yeah.
Do you like it? Like, what are you leaning towards for this season?
I'm almost to the point where it's like, that's not even a fun drama to me, or like fun to, like, entertaining is probably the right word to watch. It just leaves me sad at the end of some episodes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people feel that way. And
yeah,
for me, if I was going to make a change to it, I think Nia and Danny need to go. And it's not even because, like, you know, I'm like I don't like Nia or anything like that. I don't like Danny, but it's more that I just don't think that those two are fun to watch, first of all.
No.
It's really, I think the least fun thing ever is watching Danny make his corny dad jokes and try to pretend that he's fun when he's not. And then watch Nia try to, like, police him all the time is really not fun. Now, that being said, I do sometimes like to watch, like, toxic relationships on these shows. But again, they have to be fun to watch, and theirs just isn't. And I would also love, because I, like, you know, I hate Danny as much as everybody else, but I'm also not jumping on this, like, Janet redemption train either. Like, I feel for her and what she went through and all that kind of stuff. All of that made sense, her explanation. But I still think she did shitty things to Kristen. Like, the first season, her first go-to thought was, let me throw my friend of 15 years under the bus and for a storyline. Like, I still think she is that, and people are kind of forgetting about that because Danny sucks so much, which is fine. Danny deserves, you know, the attacks right now for sure. But I do think it would be interesting to see, like, you know, Brittany, Janet, and, like, all these other people without Nia and Danny, because it feels like that's all that they really have a chance to talk about. So it would be nice to see, like, what would be the dynamics with the rest of the group? What would they talk about? How would those dynamics shift? Like, I would like to see more of that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm good to watch them leave.
I think a lot of people are.
Yeah, like, it's just not.
It's a lot.
It leaves me with, like, a bad feeling in my stomach a lot of time. I was also a little bit hesitant to watch Lala come on. I wasn't sure how that would go.
Yeah,
Schwartz is kind of just there.
Yeah, I don't think he's really adding that much.
No, he's just in the background sometimes. But I was quite happy with, like, I think Lala was needed a bit. Like, she did push Danny when pushed a little further than anyone else would have, which I appreciated. And I think she added, it was like a balanced approach. I was a little worried she'd come in very, very strong.
Yeah.
But she kind of fit in. Like, I really liked watching her with Michelle, and the two of them. A lot of the scenes I like quite enjoyed. Like, also to the toxic relationship of, like, watching Michelle and Jesse. Like, that ended, but it's come around. And to watch that again, I think that's like so many people will go through that. Yeah. And to watch, like, a co-parenting relationship through divorce, after divorce, dating after divorce with a kid. I think that I like to see that dynamic on TV. I think a lot of people go through that, but yeah, I did enjoy Lala jumping into like the Michelle, even like Janet, that kind of side group to watch some of their scenes. But
Yeah, I agree with you. I really am enjoying the Jesse Michelle. That might be the only storyline that I'm really into. The other storyline that I'm into that hasn't really developed, I don't know if it's going to have time. So did you watch this week's episode?
no, that one I have on.
Okay, so you'll see when you do watch it. I'm not going to give you a big spoiler, but Zach and Brittany get into it a little bit, but that is kind of a friendship that I feel like has been like borderline on the rocks for a while. And I would really like to see like what happens with the two of them when Danny and Nia are gone. And like they just, I think Brittany like legit hates Nia. And I wish she would just stand in it. Like if you don't like her and she bothers you and you think she's annoying and all this, just stand in it. Like I would respect Brittany so much more, but she keeps trying to do that like sweet Kentucky girl thing of like, no, I love Nia. Like, but you don't. And it's okay. You don't have to like everyone. I wish kind of she would be more like Zach, who's like, I just don't like Janet. That's it. Right? Like, period. And then I can coexist and be civil, but like, we don't have to like everyone. But I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like Brittany thinks she can't admit she hates someone or doesn't like someone like on the show. And I feel like it's kind of stalling it and breaking her relationship with Zach.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see that. Again, that's one that goes back so far.
Yeah.
That you also get there's a dog there.
Oh, don't worry.
And you to get that relationship, like of you've known each other a lot longer prior to the show. You know, you're not just these quote unquote work colleagues that you're filming together. To sort of see that, I like the dynamic between them. I think it was like earlier on in the season of when Brittany, I can't remember the name of her boyfriend that didn't last.
Oh my God, me neither. What's his name?
Being like,
Brandon?
He's not it. Yeah, I think exactly. Like this isn't it.
Yeah. Like this guy is not it.
Move on. Like
clearly Brittany didn't learn as much as she claims that she learned, because if you're dating that guy, it's like, oh my God. But I understand she was like getting over insecurities and stuff like that. So speaking of Brittany learning from her last relationship, so the big news from the Valley is that Jax is dating Brittany's ex-publicist / Jax's publicist. What's her name? Lori, I think. I mean, she's always been around. Like, I feel like she's always been like in the mix, especially during the whole like, oh, Jax is cheating on Brittany. Like, remember the whole like Montreal thing when they like him and Schwartz went to Canada, whatever. Like we remember because we're Canadian, but every time there's any mention of Canada on Bravo, we're like, yeah, like we get excited.
In a Montreal bathroom.
I know, right? I'm like, oh,
where were you?
I know, because those are like tiny. Like, where did you go? It's like equivalent to like a little tiny bathroom in Europe. But Brittany has said, okay, we have less than a minute, then we're going to have to rejoin, by the way. So I'm going to read you this, and then we'll come back in and you can react. For the record, I have not given a single quote or statement to anyone. I will speak my truth when I am ready. That's what Brittany says. Okay, so tell us what you think about Brittany's reaction and about them picking up filming to catch the fallout of Lori and Jax hooking up or dating or whatever. What do you think?
I'm quite excited. I think this one feels like older lore to it a bit. I think, like, again, I was kind of aware of the Lori, like you said, of the Montreal, and there was kind of rumors a few years ago that felt odd. Like, and she's always kind of been there. I think pretty heavy in the Bachelor world, if I recall correct. Like,
is she
known of her? She's always kind of been there on the side of things, and so I feel like I think it was Kristen on Watch What Happens Live this week of saying like this feels like a pretty deep betrayal of knowing like this is the person that knew everything of the good and the very, very bad and like had to know everything from a PR standpoint. And so I feel like the betrayal there is probably quite deep. To see that unfold, kind of like, again, different than Summer House, but like of the same feeling of like, I've known you, like, you know everything. How are you now doing this? So like, how did this even happen? So I think it'd be interesting to see. Will it be dark? Probably. Do I want Jax anywhere around my screen anymore? Not really. But yeah, should be interesting.
Yeah, I agree with you in the sense of like the betrayal. I do think it is a deep betrayal for Brittany because like this person wasn't just her friend. It was, somebody who she worked really closely with. And I agree with you. I think this was probably going on for a while but I also saw Kristen on Watch What Happens Live and she was pretty much like, not excusing Jax, but she's just like, Jax is like a diabolical monster. Like, we know Jax is going to Jax, like he's a sociopath probably. But it's like, she's like, for Lori to take part in that is crazy. Now, the only thing that for me, I'm surprised about the cameras picking up is that we don't really know Lori. Like, she's not a TV character. She's kind of like Amanda's Katie. It's like she's part of the lore. And it's like we know of her, but it's like it's hard for me to care that much. Like, not that I'm saying that everybody cares that much, but I don't know if picking up the cameras is needed or if they could just put it on next season. Or for me, they could talk about it at the reunion. Yeah. And that might be enough. And then I don't know. Like, I don't know if picking up cameras, it's starting to get kind of like played out.
Yeah. Or getting Jax involved again of how he somehow manages to get back.
Oh, like you think they might use this as a way to segue him back in?
Yeah, I don't think he'd ever come back. I think, Bravo's twice burned, or like twice scorned by him.
Oh, right.
But even just his ego to be, mentioned on television still.
Oh, he's loving it.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is part of why he did this. Like openly, like he probably wanted to get caught.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
He's like, let's make out in a public place, we'll pay this paparazzi to take a picture and then we'll plant it. And he probably sees Brittany on the show, like dating and moving on. And it is clear that although he verbally berates her and insults her, he's also psychotically jealous and doesn't want her. It's like he can sleep with 1,000 other women, but she can't even date someone when they're separated. So I bet you he's absolutely losing it wherever he is in his like dank apartment. I don't know.
Yes. Schwartz's neighbor.
Oh God, I bet you Schwartz has to hear like ranting and like just, oh my God. That is great. That would be so, and I think I would just move, but I don't think Schwartz cares that much.
No, nonchalant is not even the way.
Yeah, I don't even like buy this like Schwartz like image rehab. Like
I'm weird. I'm
just a boy. Like I don't understand anything. Like I don't buy that. I think he's like he's complicit. I think he's just like the other guys. I think he's just better at hiding it. And I think he's not as like overtly, I don't know. What do you think about his 20-year-old girlfriend or however old she is?
Yeah, still that scene was so odd.
It was beyond.
It's very odd. Maybe they met their match.
I don't know.
Match each other well. I'm not sure, but
yeah, maybe she's as odd as he is.
Yeah.
I mean, he has the maturity of like a 17-year-old, so maybe it makes sense. But I know you haven't watched the newest episode. She's in it like a bit more in this episode. And maybe it's probably just me because I'm in my 40s, but like it felt like you're watching adults hanging out and then there's one teenager. Honestly, and I'm not saying that to insult her. I'm sure she's a nice person. There's nothing wrong with her. She just seems so much younger than everyone else. And next to Schwartz, like, I'm not like, he hasn't aged well. Like he's like, sorry, but he looks his age. So it's
You
just,
feel
I
the
felt awkward.
generation. Yeah.
Yeah, you can really feel it. Like, you can really, really feel it. Okay, so do you watch The Real Housewives of New Jersey?
I am a bit behind
Okay,
on that one, I will say. I think
but
even
do you know of
I
like
finished last season.
Louis?
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so you don't need to have watched the show because this is just like an off camera thing. So do you know Melania was arrested?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we have a bit of an update on that. So she had to do like she had her court date, and I guess like it's a public thing because there was like, you know, the charges against her, whatever, for assault. And in it, they had to name like who she was assaulting. And Louis was named, that she had thrown something at his head, I think, like a cereal box or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. But yeah, so a lot of people were like, of course it was Louis. He was probably like antagonizing, narcissistic abuser, like whatever, on and on and on. But then, not that this makes a big difference, but Melania and Louis, I think it was just today or yesterday, they posted like a fun like TikTok together to kind of show everyone that like we're cool and yeah, like it's not like whatever. So, what are your thoughts?
I,
I know it's a lot.
family. I mean, that's not new. This is like 20-year-old family dynamics of reborn through different storylines. But I think it will, whether or not I don't even know that the status of New Jersey filming. I think that would still on break. I'm pretty sure maybe they started, but of this,
No, I think they started. Yeah. I think they actually just finished.
that, or even on on a next gen. I don't even know how old Melania is compared to Gia.
She's,
What's the age difference there?
I think she's the second youngest.
Right.
Like I think it's like Gia, the super quiet one that's like kind of stays out of the limelight, then Melania, then the youngest who's like the dancer.
I think it, like, again, some darkness to like of how much do I want to know that business? You know, maybe your business sometimes is your business.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Right.
And I mean, I think we're going to see some of it on the show because yeah.
I mean, we've seen everything with this family, so
I mean, why not? We might as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, can it get darker? Like it's pretty.
We've been to jail and back. So
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of people kind of like armchair psychologists, like sort of being like, maybe there's a mental health issue. And like, you know, just based on her Instagram stories and like kind of, you know, acting a little off sometimes. And then people are like, she could be dealing with something, which I do think is a possibility. And I mean, you know, I would understand that. Like, even if you haven't had trauma, you can have a mental health issue. But I also feel like her and those girls have really been through like real trauma.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be like that shocking if one of them is struggling with that, as, you know, as they're changing into an adult.
Yeah. And I mean, it adds to the layer that you're just seeing that now, like you said, of that family's been through it is 20, approaching 20. I mean, OC is 20, so I think it's around then, but of this next generation. And it was a question in my mind back then of like, what are these kids going through that your entire life is on television? You know, what is the impact of that? We don't know that yet. Early 2000s, we had no precedent, but now we are seeing that. And now we are seeing, and I mean, there's a whole show about it. Like this entire next generation of people who grew up on reality television and how that impacts them as now adults. Like of now we're now peeking into it to have enough like evident data of like these next generation kids to know what it was like to have your entire childhood filmed and put on television.
Yeah, I mean, like it's
intriguing to me, I think, but
me too. And it's got to do something to you. It can't just be like, oh, yeah, I have a perfectly normal life and, you know, nothing really changed. I wasn't influenced by anything. Like, it's just, I don't think it works that way. Okay, so let me ask you, are you watching or do you watch? And by the way, everyone, Trina sent me a list of the shows that she watched ahead of time. I don't remember any of them because, like, I remember summer. I have a really bad memory these days. I think I have some perimenopause kind of stuff going on. But, anyways, do you watch Southern Hospitality?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so have you been hearing about these rumors that
Yes.
okay, so the that there's like drama brewing between TJ and Leva and possibly Joe Bradley. So let me read the blind. Or sorry, not the blind. Let me read let me read what TJ wrote in his post. So he posted like a picture on Instagram and he's standing in front of it's like in a parking lot and it looks like this is where, having video would be helpful. It's like in a parking lot and he's posting about his about hot dog day because we all know he has his hot dog business and he says it felt criminal not posting for National Hot Dog Day yesterday, but honestly, I've been so focused on what's next that I haven't even stopped to reflect. For a long time, I let someone convince me that I needed them for my dreams to become reality, that I was moving too fast, that I should stay where I was, that my future depended on staying under someone else's umbrella instead of building my own. I started believing it. But at some point, you have to ask yourself if you're living your own story or someone else's. So I'm betting on myself. At Sir Wiener's was never just about hot dogs. Okay. And then he talks about, Sir Wiener's brick and mortars are happening. Stay tuned. And then people noticed that Leva no longer follows TJ or Joe Bradley. And then all these people from like the Southern Charm / Southern Hospitality cast are like commenting on the post with like clapping hands. And, some of them are like, oh my God, like so excited for you. But some of them are like just clapping hands, which I'm kind of like, is that like shade at Leva? And then Leva posted on her Instagram story, like a meme of like a guy like holding a sign over a bridge. And it says, not being liked by fucking losers is usually a good sign. Okay. That's a lot. So what are your thoughts? A lot, but like, I love it.
Yeah. And then I didn't read it because it felt like a LinkedIn post, but it was Joe Bradley like announcing he was joining some hospitality group. Today. I just saw some posts about it. I haven't actually
Oh my
read
God,
the
I
whole
missed
post.
that. Okay, thank God
Yeah, it
you're
was
here.
like so it felt like it felt like I was like reading LinkedIn. I was like, this isn't.
But still,
ready.
it's still a clue, right?
Yeah, I think something's brewing there. The change of dynamic. I think there's even rumors something about Leva being out, or
There is, yeah.
of the change of of what next season looks like.
It was one of those blinds, I think, that said like Leva's out and they're going to all be moving to a new bar or something. But I like that's hard to believe, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree because it's just such a big group that does work there. Like I think like that's the setting. It doesn't mean it doesn't really they're not really at work that often anymore.
Right.
Maybe the first season they were a bit more.
Yeah.
This past one really wasn't. Rarely did you see them in that teal God, but I think it'd be interesting. I do enjoy it. I think it's like a nice like sister show, kind of Southern Charm, and kind of gives you a little bit overlap, but entertaining enough. And to see again this like late 20s, early 30s ish kind of group dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
But I think something smoke there's fire type situation coming out of that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I also think this is exactly what this show needs because I think that Southern Hospitality is a really good show, but it kind of flies like a little bit under the, like, I think it's better than Southern Charm now. Like, maybe not years ago, but now. But I feel like it doesn't get the attention that, like, it deserves a bigger audience. And I think a big, like, the little people like turning on their queen, it's almost like an uprising of the of the working people, like going up against their, this like big mean business person. And well, I mean, not that it's like a huge big business. She's not like Walmart CEO, but yeah, but like, it feels like that. And it almost feels like that's like the scandal that this show needs to take it to the next level. And they deserve the next level. Like if I was the network, like I wouldn't want to give up on that show. I think they're doing like, I think it's a great show. And I also feel like the end of last season with the whole like Leva's opening a business and then she didn't tell Joe Bradley, that seems like maybe a setup of that storyline. So I don't know. I'd be kind of like down for that.
Yeah. I agree that it needs this some sort of scandal outside to kind of leak into like, you were right. It doesn't have a lot of people talking about it, but I do enjoy it. And I think it's a great group and I'm entertained for of the hour. It just needs that like getting into like pop culture or like, seeping in a little further than, I mean, not to a Summer House or Vanderpump scale, but of something.
No, of course.
Like a little bit, a little off camera drama.
I also feel like Leva is not that entertaining. Like she doesn't have like a TV personality. She doesn't pop. She's very, I don't know, I find her pretty boring for the most part. I think like when they started Southern Hospitality, if we look at like the context of that time, it was kind of like, Leva came on Southern Charm and brought some diversity to the show that it desperately needed. And I think she got a lot of kind of like kudos for that, like coming into a difficult situation. But then I think as time has gone on, I think people have seen that like, although she was good for that in that situation, and like, and she's like up against like these like a-hole guys like Shep, Craig, etc. And I think a lot of people took her side because Craig was being such an asshole. But I think people have seen that like on her own, she can also be an asshole in her own way. And I think now, I think her staff is just, they're more entertaining than her. Like they've outshone her and she doesn't hold her own like Lisa Vanderpump did. So I feel like, I don't know, maybe she's kind of dead weight, as mean as that sounds, but.
Yeah, like I think it even raised the question at the reunion. She had like first chair. I was like, what?
Yeah, like why are you
in first chair? You're in maybe 25 seconds total in the season. Like I think it could stand on its own. It could have a different setting and
totally
still be it's a good enough show. Different place on King Street for Joey Bottles and
and I need what's her name back? The one who's having addiction problems. Why can't I remember?
Oh, Grace Lilly.
I need she is like, she's like a God's gift to reality TV.
Yes.
Like she needs to be there. Yes. I know they're all mad at her. I want her to just like go to rehab and like get better and get back to TV because she's such good TV. But yeah, I think they kind of tried to position Leva as a Lisa Vanderpump, but she just doesn't have that. Like some people just don't have it. It doesn't mean they're like bad people necessarily. They just don't have it. So I think it's time for them to kind of like cut that loose a little bit. Okay, let me see. Did I have anything else? I don't want to keep you too long because I always am like try to be conscious of guests who come on the show and their time. I don't really have like a specific OC story or Atlanta right now, but I just wanted to know, because I know you do watch those two, right?
I'm behind in Atlanta and I was trying really hard last night to catch up on OC, but I didn't make it too far.
No, catch up on Atlanta.
Deck Med and I watched In the City reunion last night. So I think I only made it through half of the premiere of the OC, I think, last night, and I haven't watched any of the Atlanta.
All right. You're not missing that much. It's like, it's fine so far. Like, it's not bad, but if I was you, I would catch up on Atlanta first because it's really good. And the most recent episode, or like, sorry, not the most recent one, the second most recent, there's like an absolute insane bomb dropped at the end that goes back to like the beef between Shamia and Portia's moms.
Oh.
And I won't tell you what it is, but it is so wild. And this is like generational beef. So, and it's just, and it bleeds into the next episode. It's like a to be continued and it's just so good. So what are you thinking? Like, how do you feel about either of those so far? I guess you can't really comment on OC yet, but.
Yeah, Ethan, again, I tried. I didn't catch me last night. There was it was the nostalgia of the beginning of it being
Yeah.
20 years got me. I was like, oh, I've been watching for 2 decades. But it,
Did you start at the beginning, like when it first premiered?
I what?
Oh,
Yeah,
so you're
I
like
think I
OG.
started, I think I jumped in. That's like, I'd watch a bit of it, but Atlanta really sucked me in the most. And then I kind of jumped on everything since then. But um, yeah, it just wasn't, it didn't catch me yet. I don't,
Yeah.
maybe because they were all kind of piecemeal apart, and you don't really have that dynamic yet of, I mean, Vicky being back is just the nostalgic of it all. Do I
Yeah.
need Vicky back? I don't,
So who's your favorite
that
right
OG
now
feeling.
on either show, like Atlanta or OC? Do you have anyone who's like you think is a standout?
Think I have anyone.
Like I love for Atlanta, I
Archie,
really like
Archie
Angelo.
Moore. Oh yeah,
I know. It's so
yeah.
sad to
Archie,
watch Archie knowing that he's gonna die. I can't
yeah.
handle it.
I maybe that's why I was turned off last night. I
Oh,
watched her going for her walk. I'm like,
I
oh
know.
yeah,
With his little brother. It's really sad.
yeah.
I do think OC has potential this season. Like, like watch it. The first episode was good. It was fine, but I remember that I think the second one I was like, okay, this is like picking up.
Mhm.
And like Heather also has this party. I can't remember if it's the first or the second episode, but I thought it was like really funny watching Heather like trying to paint herself as like lighthearted and unbothered and like when she's just so the opposite. And the other thing is that Heather has her mom on and it is hilarious. Like her mom gives her a run for her money and it is just so funny to watch the dynamic between the two of them. So for me, that is a saving grace for this season.
Yeah, I am. It's my catch up. My like, oh no. I admittedly I fell behind. The Love Island took up.
I was going to say, I know you were deep in Love Island.
That is a full
Love
time
Island is a
job.
commitment.
Yeah, and I watched both.
Oh, you watched the UK one too?
Oh yes.
Oh my
yes,
God, no
yes.
wonder you're behind.
2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours a day for a few months. Now I'll creep back in my summer watching.
Yeah.
I'll be able to come back and finish before the season's done. But yeah,
See,
my full-time job of Love Island.
It is a full time, and I've never watched the UK Love Island.
Oh, it is so much gutter.
Okay,
It's
I will watch it. I'm gonna do it.
night and day different
Is
shows
it? Okay.
in this season. Yeah.
Okay.
It's very, very good.
I was like one of the people that like I never watched Love Island. I was like, it's too much of a time commitment. I have 5,000 Bravo shows. But then when Ariana was hosting it after Scandival, I was like, okay, let me support Ariana. And so then I ended up watching, I still never like covered it on here or on my account or anything because it's just too much and the fans are like insane. I was like, I don't even want to get in that mix. But like that season with like Leah and like it was just so good.
Yes.
But yeah, the last two US ones, I don't know, want.
Yeah.
Not as
I
good.
agree. The fan base is also pulling me from it a bit. I'm like, I'm here to have fun. I'm here to enjoy this television, whether it is. I'm not here to do anything more than that. And I think you kind of get pulled into it a bit.
Well, there's certain fan bases that can really ruin it. And
yeah,
I actually think the Summer House fan base is one of the worst. And I've always thought that even before all this happened, I thought they were one of the worst because it's very like, I don't know, like the kind of like Paige Amanda, like kind of stands were always like you had all those like giggly squad people and like they just, no matter what those girls did, like they could do no wrong because like, oh, they're just so pretty. Like it was a lot of that, a lot of like mean girl stuff. So, I do, I'm not going to lie, I took a little bit of pleasure because I've always disliked Amanda. So I did take pleasure in that. I just can't lie about it. But I do think that like that fan base was one of the toxic ones, like them, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Were definitely like two of the worst.
Summer House has always been one, like you said, it's like, it's this or that. And I am not ever crossing that line. And it's like, I'm sure I'll have I like a few people more, but I also enjoy the people I hate.
Yeah.
That's why I'm watching. I want to watch. I want to hate the people I love and love the people I hate, and I can go back and forth. And I like that's why I watched this. And I found, like you said, Summer House was like, you are lying in the sand.
Yep.
You cannot like other people because you like this person. And it's like, well, I can do both those things of like and hate these people. But the same thing with Love Island. It's like you get these like deep ingrained. I'm like, I'm watching these people for an hour a day, and my opinion is allowed to change from.
Yeah, and also they're like 22.
Yes, and they will not. None of these people will impact my daily life. I will admit it. You know,
and even this will maybe impact them in like 30 years. Like they'll look back at it as like that crazy thing they did in their 20s.
I thank them for entertaining me for an hour. Like, thank you. That's our interaction. That's where we end this exchange. I am not gonna. Yeah, you don't impact my life, and I'd hope that comes out in like content of being. You know, I'm here to have fun. I don't care.
Yeah,
it sounds bad, but I'm here to be entertained. That is it.
And everyone, that is why Trina at T Waters is one of my favorite follows and one of my favorite people to repost, because that 100% comes across. Like your posts are always just to be funny and to have fun, and it's never. And like I'm guilty of that, because like I'll like, you know, post my opinions and stuff like that. And again, part of it's because I have a podcast, so you know, people expect me to have like takes, but you know, it is like yours are always just fun, lighthearted, you know, like let me just make fun of myself, the audience, whoever, the people on the show, like everybody, and like they're just always great. So if you're looking for someone to follow who isn't gonna, you know, take things too seriously and let you have a good time with the show, it's at TEE Waters with 2 T's and 2 S's.
Yeah.
I got it memorized. No, I'm just kidding. It's on my screen. But I still know it, to be honest, at this point.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on. This was really fun. Honestly,
you.
I had a great time. Well, good. I'm glad you had fun. And I'm so happy to have another Canadian girly on the show. We love that, of course, representing. And there's going to be a Summer House Canada.
Yes, I'm excited. I am very excited.
Skoka.
Yeah, I'm putting in the universe. I want to be at one of those parties in the background.
Okay, can you do that?
I don't know how, but
okay, we're going to make sure, and then you need to tell me everything about it, and then come on the show, and you'll like give me all the inside scoop.
I don't want to be on it. I've had people ask.
Oh, just in the background. Just in the background.
I just want to be in the background. Yeah,
one of the party people.
Yeah.
Like, how do those people? Are they like paid extras? Is it like in movies?
Yeah, I'll do it for free if listening.
Okay. If the producers are out there,
I'll drive. I'll do Skoka. It's only a couple hours. I can go.
Oh, it's a couple hours, like once you're in Toronto because of the traffic. Yes. So yeah, so set aside 5 hours. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can go up above. Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that going that way is a nightmare if you live in the GTA. People know, but our GTA people know. Well, thank you again so much for coming on, and I hope you'll come back again and go over some more news in the future.
Thanks.
All right, everyone, you are now in the know for everything Bravo. Bye.